here on Desert Street in Monroe. Mike Downhour here, Desmond Lighton right there. Welcome to it.
What's happening?
And of course, the man of the hour, Mr. Benji Lewis, head football coach and athletic director for Washita Parish High School. Welcome.
Hey, thank y'all, man. Great to be here another Wednesday night at Catahoula's with you guys talking Washita football, man. In the rain, hey, it's perfect.
Come on.
I mean, who ordered the hurricane? I mean, come on now.
That's right.
All right, well, Coach, let's start off by a quick look last week at what happened, and it was so close. 2 point
Well,
conversion failed in the end zone. That would have tied the game. Talk to us a little bit about Captain Shreve.
yeah, I think the story of that game, man, is chasing that first point. We score, we go down, we score, we get the scramble drill, and Seneca Battle takes it in for the touchdown. We line up, feel pretty good about it. I've said before, our deep snapper Julian Crenshaw in 3 years now has not messed up a snap, and man, he had a case of them the other night. So we have a bad snap there. We don't get the kickoff, and I feel like we're chasing that point the rest of the night. We wouldn't have gone for two that second time, even with them going for two out of the swinging gate look, which is something we had not seen out of them. We would have continued, kicking our field goals. And I look back at that, the opportunities missed on those 2 point conversions, and your points are right there. Um, and I think that's kind of, in all phases of the game, those missed opportunities like that. We go up, we go down and score, right before half to bring it back into three. And I think 10, 7 seconds, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a bomb thrown.
27 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a bomb thrown.
Yeah.
That's what teams are going to do before half, and we have to be situational a little better aware. It looked like it caught our defensive back completely off guard, and that's what's going to happen in games is teams are going to try to score because they know, they're getting the ball in the
Yeah.
second half.
That's
Get
right.
caught slipping. So like you talking about the flows of the game.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do? No matter what happened, we seemed like we kept shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
But we kept fighting back.
That's right.
Do you think we learned anything in that game as far as how to compete in a football game?
Well, what I hope that we learned, I harped a lot last week on during practice, seeing some things that I didn't like, bad habits forming. And I really, really harped on those things, probably more than harped on it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We know.
and I see those things come up in the game, whether it be missed tackles, blown assignments, lack of focus on special teams, which was the first touchdown that they had was a kickoff return for a touchdown. Guy just doesn't run through it, and they score on that. I hope that what we learned out of that isn't just complete and total effort and focus and everything, but that practice does matter. Those things, those bad habits, those things that you put on practice film are going to show up on game film. And so I hope that there's a much heightened effort of those guys, first in special teams, but just making sure that your assignment's done in all 4 quarters. I think we played a great half of football in the second half. Defensively, we didn't let them score again, but we just, or I don't think we did. I'm pretty sure we didn't. I think it was 29 at half.
That's
Wasn't
right.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
They did not
Carolus.
score.
And
Yeah.
so we battled back, but we put ourselves in a hole from both from a double pass, and a long bomb. Those 14 points, that's tough.
Nothing cheap,
That's tough.
nothing deep, and that sounds like two cheap things.
And I think defensively, when you look at the special team score, I mean, defensively, I think, at times we did enough.
Yeah.
You take that special team score off the board, which you can't, but you also don't hang that on the defense. I mean, we're sitting there, what, 22 points, scored on the defense. We feel like that's, in today's game,
That's
you're
enough to
looking at
win.
a 28 point and exactly where it was. We had 27, they had 29. You're right there at that. But look, we're making no excuses for it, man. Captain Shreve, first of all, did some very good things. They executed special teams well. To say that two of their different special teams, that being swinging gate and their punt formation, we had not seen on any film before from them. So
Yeah.
that was new for us, and we had some things schemed up there that obviously changed on that. We were able to block a kick late on just their regular field goal,
Yeah.
and I like that. But there again, our backside's supposed to be assuring, there, and I think we could have scooped and scored that thing had they been coming like they needed to.
Yeah.
So there was some blown opportunities there, but credit to Captain Shreve. They made the plays when they needed them. We need to be that kind of team. We need to make the plays when we need them. I think Montrell Connor did a great job managing the game the
Absolutely.
other day. Snaps are still an issue, and that's been something that we've really harped on this week. Is we've got to have the snaps. It's throwing off rhythm in a lot of things. And we've had a lot of work on that this week, and then just limiting those mistakes and playing headsy football and knowing not only down and distance situation, but what point in the game we're in and what teams will traditionally try to do in those situations.
Well, one of the things I wanted to say about transformational is we watched Mondragon's kicks. The
Yeah,
first one, going deep, and then the sky kicks, and then the specific pointed
yep.
location sky. Coach, talk about that because that worked.
He is doing a tremendous job on that. I still want to get him that opportunity in a game to where he can hit that 20, 25-yard field goal, and make it and get that confidence because he strikes the ball well, but he needs that. He needs to get that on his resume, I think, to feel good. But specifically talking about kickoffs, he can place the ball well. He can onside kick it. He can sky kick it. He can do what I call punch kick over the front line, and he can put it deep in the corner, right where you want it. He's going to get there maybe at the end of this year. If not, I think definitely next year where he's putting the ball in the end zone, and we won't even talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll run down and high five each other in the end zone.
Absolutely.
But right now, what I see is those four kicks that we've got in with him right now. His approach to him doesn't change. He's still running to it, and I think that's what makes all of those kicks successful. You'll see a lot of kickers on a sky kick. They'll have to change their trajectory. How they're coming into the ball. They'll change their steps going up to it. He's the same, and I've told him. I said that's going to be a really, really big asset for you going forward. Kicking is that teams are not picking up on tails on you.
Yeah.
We're not changing our structure. We are changing it this week somewhat, but we're not changing his structure of where he lines up and what he does. And I think it's tremendous for a freshman to have that wherewithal.
Well, Coach, you had to go on the road for Bayou Jam. You had to go on the road for Captain Shreve. You're on the road again this week, although it's not far, but Wasserman Wildcat Stadium. We want to talk more about that coming up, but
Yeah.
one real quick view, your one quick overview of Wasserman right now.
Wassman's a team again like Captain Shreve. I think they won 9, maybe 10 games last year. Really, really, a lot of hype around Wassman. And they've done a great job. And look, this is today's game. Everybody's in this game. They've done a great job on the field. Obviously, you have to, but they've also done a good job positively promoting themselves in
Yeah.
social media and all those avenues. And the hype around Wassman has been real. They were able to go into the playoffs and as a high seed and have a couple of guys on their roster right now that are committed or being recruited. And so I think the hype's still there for Wassman. This is a tremendous game for our area. It
I
is.
agree.
It
And
is. It's a tremendous game for our area. It's a game that probably used to happen all the time. I know back,
it did.
years ago. I say years ago, and probably less than 20 years ago, it happened every year,
Yeah.
whether it be Carroll or Wassman. I'm excited about the game because I know what the atmosphere is going to be, and I want to put my team in playoff type atmospheres so that when you do go to that playoff atmosphere, it's not the first time you saw it.
Yeah. Talk to us about. We talked about last week.
Hmm.
Tough loss, but I felt like at times and spots, like man, it was something there. Like
Yeah,
it was. It looked like winning football at times, but we took that L.
yeah.
How was this week of preparation, knowing that we have that big time atmosphere coming off a loss? How has this week of preparation been?
Well, I think you don't overplay it, because it's not the Super Bowl, but it is an important game. It's our most important game because it's our next game. But you don't want to put so much into it. I've always said this, and being at the places that I've been at Neville, I watched, believe it or not, I watched West Monroe and how they prepared and how they went into games, when we played them. And our guys would be so fired up. And this is everybody.
Yeah.
They'd be so fired up because it's West Monroe in that time frame. And West Monroe comes out even
Yeah.
kill, and
You
they're
press.
able to ride out because what happens, man? You come in with that much, whatever energy, passion, it's gonna wear off after the first 2 or 3 drives, and then you're playing a football game, like any other
Right.
football game.
Right.
And I think we need to have that in our gut. We need to have that feeling in our gut, but I don't think it needs to overtake to where we're playing mindless football. You know what I mean?
Talk to me about the. I feel like a lot of that comes from culture of
Hmm.
knowing how to win a football game, but
Yeah.
knowing how to prepare to win a football game.
Right.
How do you instill that in the kids of playing winning football, but preparing to play winning football?
Well, I don't think it starts this week. I mean, we've talked about it. Obviously we didn't get the job done last year in our season, and we've talked a lot about okay, what caused some of that?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that caused that? And we've worked a tremendous amount on that. Communication, not blaming your teammates,
Major.
becoming better in the locker room before the game, before the season even starts, being better locker room
Being a
teammates.
family.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think those things fix that in the long run. In the short run, man, you've got to learn that this is life. Football, I think, mimics life more than anything. And you've got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off. There's another day. The sun's going to come up, and you've got to get out there and try to win again.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, who did you bring with you tonight? Who will we be seeing from the offense and the defense?
Offensive coach tonight, I brought my buddy and our running back coach, Coach Alvin Talbert. Coach Talbert has had a long, I say long career, 10, 12 years now, but a lot of it spent as a coordinator at Bastrop. He was with us last year. He's taken up and taken, or I say he's taken up, stepped up and taken a much larger vocal role in the offense. He really gives Coach Phillips a lot of information, and Coach Phillips draws on him from his experience at Bastrop.
I saw him yesterday challenging the running backs,
That's
challenging
right.
them defense.
That's right.
In practice and inside.
Yep. And I also on defense brought our cornerback coach, Coach Wilbert Williams. Coach Williams, also in his second year with us, came with Coach Sampson from Caldwell, a Wassman alum.
Oh, okay.
Wassman alum.
Okay.
So, but I don't think there's any love lost there. He was a basketball guy mostly in track. But no, Coach Will does a great job, and he's here. And we brought 2 seniors. The first is a guy that, man, he just continues to work. He can lose his spot, and he's going to work back, and he's always going to be around, and he's going to do the right thing. And that's Donovan. We call him DJ Shine, number 34, senior cornerback. And then Jake Dukes is another young man that's been around our program. I'm talking about a tremendous high character young man. Right now, he's working his way up into playing time through the special teams. He's plays wide receiver, but he's a tremendous hitter. He's long. He's actually, a lot of people may not know this, is Seneca Battle's brother.
I did not know.
So he and Seneca are brothers, and Jake's a tremendous young man. Does a lot of things outside of our team for community service and things like that. Both these guys are, good students at Ouachita, and again, 4-year members of this football team.
Awesome.
So I'm proud to have these guys here to talk ball with y'all tonight. We're proud to be here at Catahoula's with you guys.
Absolutely.
That's right.
I see Chris Lewis is over here to the side, and T-Lay's running it for us. And look, man, it's great. Glad to be with you, whether you're looking at me on a screen or whether you're here in person. So, hey, man, come out Friday night. It's going to be a happening, I promise you, at Arizona Avenue.
We'll tell you all the details about Friday night after this break. You are tuned in to the Benji Lewis Coaches Show, being brought to you on the Ouachita Lions Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Last hailstorm, we called Weather Pro. They came out very quickly, inspected the house, did everything we needed to do, took care of all the paperwork, and took care of it quickly. After that was done, they cleaned up everything and didn't have to worry about anything. There was no hassle, no nothing. It was great. They did a very professional job. I would highly recommend them for any job that you have for roofing needs.
If you or a loved one have been the victim of medical negligence or a drug injury, we can help. Do what thousands of satisfied clients have done. Call Jeff Guerrero, the injury attorney, and go Guerrero.
Hi, I'm Melanie, class of 2018.
Hi, I'm Matthew, class of 2020. And our dad owns Mellis Towing.
We don't want your arm and leg, we just want your toe.
343-9998.
Go Lions!
We warmly invite you to join us in worship at North Monroe. Our hearts are dedicated to serving Jesus and growing together as a community of faith. Through the power of worship, the intimacy.
Man, I am so hungry. Do you want to go over to Coney Island?
Yep, but I won't go.
Man, let's go to Coney Island. I'm hungry. I know you like chili dogs, so let's go over to Coney Island.
Let's go to Coney Island Connection.
But Jack, they're all the same.
No, they not either. When I come out of there, I'm full and I'm happy.
Okay, well, guess what? I guess we're going to Coney Island Connection.
Let's go, brother. We're on the way.
All right.
Stop by Coney Island Connection, right here on the corner of North 7th and Arkansas Road. Randall Garvin's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats is now open. 2 incredible and delicious institutions now under one roof. Fresh cut steaks, stuffed meats, and wraps.
He's got fresh seafood of every kind, along with boiled shrimp, barbecue ribs, sausage, and chicken. Plus, there's always grab-and-go dishes if you're not cooking.
Randall's is also taking ham and turkey orders for the holidays.
Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats, 1 block off 165 at 2607 Fur-Rand, Monroe.
And we are back to the Benji Lewis Coaches Show, broadcasting live from Catahoula's Restaurant right here on Desert Street in Monroe. Come join us every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. This is where we hang out. We get good food. We get good times. And we talk a lot of football. I'm Mike Downhour. This is Desmond Lighton. Des, welcome to the Coaches Show.
Hey, man, it feels good to be here, man. It's like I was virtually choking you a little bit when you first came in from that break here, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but we got a couple ballers here, and a former baller here.
Well, we'll start with the player, number 34, Donovan Shine. He's tied for the leading tackler on the team right now.
Shine.
And 6 tackles last week against Captain Shreve. And also Coach Williams on the other side. And, Coach, you are a Wasserman alum, and what Benji Lewis told us, right? Coach, how does this make you feel on going back to your alma mater here?
Well, this is a big game right here. Like you
Bring
said,
that mic up close to you.
Yeah, this is a big time game right here. Just very excited about it. Big time game. I'm very excited about it. Going back to my home. So yeah, that's basically what it is. It's going to be exciting.
Going back home, but you're going to be wearing a different color jersey.
Yes, sir.
So let's hope you have a good warm homecoming there. DJ Shine, talk to us about that nickname.
Oh, well, I got it from my middle name and my first name.
Okay.
And I've been getting called that since like I was little, and when I was playing Little League and stuff like that.
You do the 1s and the 2s also, or?
Nah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, Coach. So interesting journey. Tell us how you ended up here at Ouachita coaching cornerback.
Well, I started off at Caldwell Parish. I was there for 7 years. And I ended up coming over along with Coach Sampson. Sampson. And yeah, I've been here for the last 2 years.
What's it been like? What's the biggest transition been like for you and Coach Sampson becoming a Ouachita line?
At Caldwell was 3A, football, just getting to that big time 5A football. So, that is a new challenge definitely for myself. Being in 5A football, I just had to adjust to the speed of the game and coaching different type of drills and finding different ways to get to the kids.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Educate us, laymen's. Everybody, only time you look at a cornerback, it seems like it's either when they get a pick, which is good, or when they get bombed on, or they get bombed on. So tell us about what is it like, the mentality of coaching the secondary, and what are some things that you're trying to instill in the kids?
Well, my main thing now that I'm trying to stress to them is effort, playing with effort, technique, and my main thing is definitely I'm talking to them, this kid is confidence. Play with confidence. That's his main thing, because he got all the tools, all the technique. But if you go out there and play with confidence, believe that you can do it, you can go out there and do it. So that's my main thing.
Like Deion Prime Sanders, right? It seems like they got to be able to get bombed on and forget about it and go lock down for the rest of the game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So DJ, go ahead. Talk to us about last week's game. Captain Shreve, you had 6 tackles. You were in a lot of plays there. Talk to us about what that was like.
Yeah, it felt good to have all those tackles. Last year, I wasn't really a tackler, but as a cover guy. But I wanted this year to be known as a tackler and do all types of things in the game.
Did some of your teammates mess with you a little bit about not tackling at one point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The people need to hear that. Is that sometimes some negative reinforcement can help.
And that comes from a defensive guy who knows better.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, talk to us. Any other thoughts on Captain Shreve going over there? Very close game, but still came back with the L.
Yeah, just a few mistakes that we ended up making. As you can see, the second half we did end up making an adjustment. And from there, hopefully we continue to make those adjustments that we need to make to finish the game.
Okay. All right, DJ, tell us about we watching any film for Wasserman. Are there some players that jump out to you and say, hey, I got to lock him down?
Well, yeah, Zion Weeks, he's been a good receiver for them for a few years. And I've been knowing him since we were little kids. We were playing with each other since we were about first grade.
Yeah, ex-receiver.
It's finally good to play against him again because he used to be at junior high.
Yeah.
But now we get to play him our last year. We get to play each other, fight out our last year.
Zion Williams, 6 foot, 160 pounds. So,
just a little guy.
Yeah. So what did you play at? If he was playing at Neville, where were you playing at?
I was playing at Ouachita Junior High, and we played at the Neville High School. We played against each other. That was the last time we played against each other.
Okay, so who got the best of each other last time y'all played?
Well,
what?
We never did win that night.
So you want to get a little get back against
Yes,
Zion
sir.
there. Okay, beautiful.
All right. Well, let's talk about Wasserman coming up. You guys are going to have to face that Wasserman offense. And what do you got? Tell us. Like, we have not studied them at all. What are they going to run? Do they like to throw the ball, run the ball? Tell us about them.
Without giving out a game plan.
Well, yeah.
Gotcha. From what I'm expecting, I think they're going to air the ball loud, trying to get the ball to the perimeters because of the two bigs that we have inside. So they're going to actually try to make us the open field tackling. I really believe that. Definitely after the mistakes that we made last year. So that's exactly what I think they're going to come out and do. Try to air the ball out on us. Try to get to the perimeter.
Speaking of those bigs, how does having two big interior guys that you know going to pressure the quarterback, how does that help you as a corner?
It helps us because when the quarterback when they get back there, the quarterback starts scrambling and it's easier to get a pick or incompletion.
So they're your best friends.
Yeah. Get the ball off fast.
Absolutely right. So defensively, what you guys are going to be looking for the passes wide out, going around your two big guys in the middle. Is that what you were saying?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Well, what do you tell your teammates to get ready for this game? What do you go in 0-1. Wasserman is 0-1. Somebody's going to win this game.
Yeah, we gotta come in with a lot of intensity and energy because playing there is gonna be a lot of people, everybody coming down to come see the game, and we gotta be ready. And we can't let the crowd or anybody get in our heads, and we just gotta be locked in on the game.
What about the band? We playing. You know what I'm saying? We playing Carroll, Wiseman. They always had the best band. How is our band measuring up nowadays?
Oh yeah, our band has got way better over the years.
I wanted you to say that. We was playing Motown hits. When they playing the hits, I heard our band playing. They playing Neck. I heard them in.
Yeah, they get us pumped up. They get us pumped up for the game.
Okay.
I did hear that. Yes, I did.
They stole it from Carroll. Well, it's all good.
That's all right. That's all right. All right. Well, looking ahead to the rest of the season, not looking at individual folks, but it was only week 1. This is hard to believe, but this is already week number 2 here. And in your mind, I know you're not where you want to be because you're not 1-0, but take us through the rest of this pre-district schedule.
Like I said, once again, I think these are going to be big-time games. Just like Sean said, I think they're going to pack in the stands. A lot of fans are going to be there. All the games that we're going to play before district are going to be very exciting. So what I think we just need to do, like you said, keep our composure and just continue to play with technique and continue to play our game.
And when they start to get under your skin, what do you do to shut out that noise? How do you do that?
I don't know. Sometimes you might have to talk a little bit back.
A little bit, huh?
Yeah,
a little bit.
He said that. You got to keep playing and stay locked in, and you can't let it get to your head.
So speaking of talking a little bit back, tell us about the atmosphere between you and the relationship between you and the offense at practice. Are you guys competing? Are y'all chopping it up back and forth, one-on-one drills and stuff?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. One-on-ones get very intense sometimes. One person might bomb on somebody, and then somebody might get broke up a pass or get an interception, and everybody just yelling and screaming and just be fired up the whole practice during one-on-one.
So who's your biggest competition at practice inside the team?
Probably Waddell Clark. He's shifty.
He is.
He's real shifty. And he can get up there for the ball.
And then he'll come play cornerback too.
Yes, sir.
He will. Yeah, you want to just put him on that offensive side and not one of the family, but he does play defense too. So there you go.
He helps us out good on the defensive side. He got the interception last week, and it helped us out a lot.
Yeah, it looked good. He caught it just like a wide receiver would.
Yes,
So
sir.
absolutely. Coach, talk a little bit about a couple of your other players out there running side by side with Donovan.
You got C.J. Spurs. That's going to be our other starting corner. I'm pretty sure y'all know about him from offense, but he also plays defense. Also pretty good at cornerback. Also, we got Mansfield. We call him Mansfield at our free safety. So yes, sir.
The other leading tackler, the one you tied with on there, Mansfield and Shine.
Coach, you named 2 players that are going a little bit both ways. Are there anything special we doing to how do they prepare to be able to know the plays on defense and offense?
Sometimes just show them the game. The playbook, and also just talk to them on the fly. Just honestly, just talk to them on the fly. Have the guys on our sideline because they have played it previously.
Yeah,
they have played it before.
Yeah, so it helped. And I know a guy that went both ways. I played offensive line and defensive line, and I used to get accused by the offensive line when I would make plays. Oh, you know the plays. Do you think that going against somebody like Wydell, does it help him that he is a wide receiver as well when he's trying to cover you? Or excuse me, when he's a cornerback when he's running his wide receiver route?
Nah, he's just a ball player, man. You can tell off film and all that. Like he's just a good old player, and even if he knew it or not, he'll still be making the same play that he is now.
Yes, he would.
I tried to tell him that, Mike. I'm just playing.
They're going to listen one day. They're going to listen. All right, guys, appreciate that. Best of luck Friday night at Wasserman. We'll be right there with you.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the Benji Lewis Coaches Show, and we will be back with talking and taking a look at the offense right after this. This broadcast is being made possible by Creed and Creed, North Monroe Baptist Church, and Johnny's Pizza. We'll be right back.
Hey, football fans! Why do you think every generation since 1948 keeps coming back to Tillman Tire? Quality tires at competitive prices, sure, but our service is what keeps them coming back year after year. Tillman customers know we'll do the job right the first time and have you on your way fast. Come see us for tires and brakes Monday through Saturday. Tillman Tire and Wheel, Cypress Street, West Monroe, and Highway 80.
If you or a loved one have been the victim of medical negligence or a drug injury, we can help. Do what thousands of satisfied clients have done. Call Jeff Guerrero, the injury attorney, and go.
Last hailstorm, we called Weather Pro. They came out very quickly, inspected the house, did everything we needed to do, took care of all the paperwork, and took care of it quickly. After that was done, they cleaned up everything and didn't have to worry about anything. There was no hassle, no nothing. It was great. They did a very professional job. I would highly recommend them for any job that you have for roofing needs.
We warmly invite you to join us in worship at North Monroe. Our hearts are dedicated to serving Jesus and growing together as a community of faith. Through the power of worship, the intimacy of small groups tailored for all ages, and our deep commitment to supporting one another as we seek to walk with Christ. Join us on Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m. at our Monroe campus. You can also worship with us at our Bastrop campus at 10:30 a.m. For more info, visit us at northmonroe.com.
If you were just in a car crash, the insurance company could already be calling you. Don't talk to them, talk to us. The call is free, and the difference can mean going into debt or getting the settlement you deserve. Pick up the phone and call us right now. Don't wait. Call Creed and Creed, 387-5800. You can count on Creed and Creed. Call today, 387-5800. Remember, Creed and Creed is all you need.
Man, I am so hungry. Do you want to go over to Coney Island?
Yep, but I won't go.
Man, let's go to Coney Island. I'm hungry. I know you like chili dogs, so let's go over to Coney Island.
Let's go to Coney Island Connection.
But Jack, they're all the same.
No, they not either. When I come out there, I'm full and I'm happy.
Okay, well, guess what? I guess we're going to Coney Island Connection.
Let's go, brother. We on the way.
Then. All right.
Stop by Coney Island Connection, right here on the corner of North 7th and Arkansas Road.
ESPN. Welcome back to the Benji Lewis Coaches Show. We are broadcasting live from Catahoula's Restaurant right here on Desert Street. Mike Downhour, Desmond Lighton. We got a couple of guys in here with us right now, and this is number 81. Right? 81, yeah.
Yes,
Jake Dukes, 5'10", 156, wide receiver. And we've also got Coach Alvin Talbert, the running back coach. Let's talk about that. Talk to us about last week with Captain Shreve.
Last week, Captain Shreve, we came out and our game plan was to run the ball. We actually ran the ball successful. Both backs, C.J. Spurs and Cam Williams, they did a great job of running the ball. The offensive line did a good job, especially coming out that first half. And we ran the ball real well, man. The H-backs, Cam Brooks and Julian Crenshaw did well. Helping out in the run game as well. So I was pretty satisfied, man, with the way we ran the ball.
Talk to us, Coach. First of all, welcome. First time on the show, man. Talk to us about your journey of becoming a running back coach at Ouachita.
Man, my journey coming to coach, running back coach at Ouachita, I was actually at Bastrop previously, the coordinator, the offensive coordinator, and then I came here, to coach the running backs. Last year, came in and, I kind of made my own with the group and bonded with those guys. And this year, man, it's even better, a little more settled in this year.
and just ready to be productive, man.
Yeah, I saw you at practice yesterday. You got a great relationship with the guys. I saw you challenging some of the running backs and the defensive ends and inside.
Yeah.
Talk to us about your role as a lot of people hear running back coach. They don't know what is that? What is it like? You just hand the ball to running back, they pick a gap. I know there's much more to that. Tell the people, what does a running back coach actually do, and what do you step up with?
Man, the first thing, man, that I teach, man, I want them guys to be physical. All right, so you seeing us challenging the defensive end. Those H-backs was challenging the defensive end, and I feel like if we competing in practice, then we're gonna be even better in the game. The game is much easier. So we gotta find ways to compete. Always find a way to compete. And football is simple, man. I tell those running backs in the meeting all the time. Football is about beating the guy on the other side of the ball.
That's right.
That's simple, and we want to bring physicality out of that room. That's what I want to bring every day. I bring it as a coach, and I want them to bring it as a player.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I always tell them guys every week, we're gonna win the game in our room. We're gonna bring it. We're gonna win it in our room. All right, and we're gonna set the tone. So that's what I preach to them each week.
Well, talk to us a little bit about this guy, senior wide receiver, obviously a hard worker on the team. Talk to us about him.
One thing that I've seen about Jake this year, man, Jake finding ways to get on the field, not only on just offense, but on special teams as well. So he's one of them guys that, when you call him, and he's always there available, and he works hard, man. And I'm looking forward to see, what he do each week, just being available for us.
Well, Jake, talk to us about that. Talk to us about what it's like being a wide receiver your senior year on this Ouachita Lion team.
I'm not saying like being like mainly run-based team, but I want to say like we're trying to start like moving towards like a passing scheme, and I think Coach Phillips is like putting us more to work to like make that like more of a part of the game. Coach Tober, like he said, he likes to push the running backs to like work harder, and we're starting to put them in some passes, getting players to move around a lot. So like it's time for everybody to get the ball, and all we got to do is just do our jobs.
That's right.
Now, one of the things that coaches always like is they want senior leadership. They want these seniors to step up, lead that team. How do you feel you're doing in that role, or is that somebody else's role?
I think we do have a leadership council, but even though I'm not a part, I think that I do take up some leadership roles. But I think, to be honest with myself, I can be more of a leader and apply myself more to the team than what I can be. But the leaders that we do have in place, they help guide the team in the right ways that sometimes the coaches might miss out on, sometimes the other players don't speak out on, or like just things in general just to help us be better as a team before we even hit the field on Friday nights.
I like that accountability, that personal accountability you put out there. What do you think you could do to provide a better example and be a better leader, even if you're not a part of a council? By the way, you have to be some type of leader wear a chain like that. I saw you struggling with his name when he came up here. I'm like, it's right on his chest.
Jake.
It's right there.
One thing Coach Lewis preaches the most is adversity. I think in order to be a leader, you got to first face adversity to apply your teammates to get over adversity, meaning that when you take leadership over a team, you got to make sure that they all stay together. We all playing our parts, that we all doing what we need to do to be successful as a team. And I think just that all in general is just going to help us have a better season, a greater season, and just help us do what we need to do in general.
And you talked about Coach Phillips giving us more freedom to pass the ball. You run the ball to be able to pass the ball. You have to earn it right. So what are some things that you could do to actually earn the right to be able to catch? You got to catch the ball first off. What are some things you do to make Coach Phillips and Coach Lewis feel more comfortable throwing the ball?
I think like especially during the summer, wide receivers in general, we started taking accountability that like we need to tone more into our jobs and like stop bleeding stuff on like you said, run-based plays. We need to stop leaving stuff on the running backs and make sure that we put effort into our jobs and make sure that we making things happen for ourselves, to make sure, like Coach Tober said, like make sure that we're winning in our room, meaning that if we're not winning together, then we can't win the game. So we can't just leave it on the running backs. We got to put that effort on ourselves. And I want to say, personally, I think Waddell Clark, Seneca Battle,
that's a name right
Nick Nelson, and Jordan Brown, I think they just been doing a heck of a job, like putting that forth as like their main goal throughout the season.
And we know that wide receiver is a dependent it's a dependent position, meaning you depend on somebody. So that tees us up next. Talk to us about that brand new quarterback we just got in there. How has he changed things for us?
Montreal can view the field like just being one-on-one with Montreal, especially in the film room. He can view things that like we might not even see, or like being able to have the full work he has, the speed he has. Like,
so he's like a coach too.
Yes, sir. Him and Coach Phillips have a great bond, and that also helps them play because they have an understanding of what we need to do offensively, and that helps us move the ball. And like with Montreal coming in, he also came in with MJ Day, also a running back that we'll be seeing this Friday.
That's what I'm
they both work hard on and off the field. They put in effort and help us all push each other.
Well, Coach, talk to us about Wassman and what you're expecting defensively. Just talk to us like we haven't seen Wassman this year. When we get out there and we watch that Washita offense gets out there, what are they playing up against?
Well, we're going to start off saying probably it's the 3-man front, then they'll bump down to the 4-man front. They kind of switch in between. The thing about it, man, we're going to do what we're going to do, and that's be physical and run that football. You know, they kind of okay in the back half. They got some athletes on the field. We're never going to underestimate anyone. But like it always starts with us, man. It always starts with Washita. We got to do what we got to
dictate.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
We got to set the tone. You know, day in. You know, when we just don't win it on Fridays, we win it throughout the week.
How does that change things from us, like having an H-back, whether we're in 12 personnel? How does that, with 3-man front, how does that change the gap scheme, zone scheme for us?
Well, what you do is you get an extra guy around the ball, which is that H-back, man. He's there for a reason, to be physical, you know, and to you know, with the 3-man front, you really don't know where they coming from, but we able to pick it up, you know, because our guys have seen that before. We done seen the 3-man front, we done seen the 4-man front. We just seen 3 down with 2 walk-ups. That's 5.
They were doing that Captain Street. They were standing everybody up, right? And
so now what that tells us is that guy down around the box, man, he's more physical. I mean, he's able to be physical and also to get out in the pass, you know. So that's what helps us out in that, man. We able to pick it up with all our runs. So it doesn't surprise our guys, man. We practice on it each and every week, so they're well prepared, man.
Anything else you guys want to say as you get this crowd ready for Wassman Friday night? Come on now, say it. Say it.
You can't come out here shining like that. You got to drop it on.
Coach Lewis, the main thing that we pointed out this week is stop talking about what you're going to do and just do it.
Okay.
Amen, brother.
Okay.
Amen. That's good. That is a good way to do it.
Mike, he said, "Don't talk about it, be about it."
Be about it. I like it. That sounds like a good tattoo somewhere. So yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. All right, appreciate you guys being on this show. We will be back with head football coach Benji Lewis right after this break. Broadcasting live from Catahoula's on Desert Street. We'll be right back.
If you were just in a car crash, the insurance company could already be calling you. Don't talk to them. Talk to us. The call is free, and the difference could mean going into debt or getting the settlement you deserve. Pick up the phone and call us right now. Don't wait. Call Creed & Creed, 387-5800. You can count on Creed & Creed. Call today.
Last hailstorm, we called Weather Pro.
If you were just in a car crash, the insurance company could already be calling you. Don't talk to them. Talk to us. The call is free, and the difference could mean going into debt or getting the settlement you deserve. Pick up the phone and call us right now. Don't wait. Call Creed & Creed, 387-5800. You can count on Creed & Creed. Call today, 387-5800. Remember, Creed & Creed is all you need.
Hi, I'm Melanie, class of 2018.
Hi, I'm Matthew, class of 2020. And our dad owns Mel's Towing.
We don't want your arm and leg, we just want your toe.
343-9998.
Go on!
We warmly invite you to join us in worship at North Monroe. Our hearts are dedicated to serving Jesus and growing together as a community of faith through the power of worship, the intimacy of small groups tailored for all ages, and our deep commitment to supporting one another as we seek to walk with Christ. Join us on Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m. at our Monroe campus. You can also worship with us at our Bastrop campus at 10:30 a.m. For more info, visit us at northmonroe.com.
Randall Garvin's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats is now open. 2 incredible and delicious institutions now under one roof. Fresh cut steaks, stuffed meats, and wraps.
He's got fresh seafood of every kind, along with boiled shrimp, barbecue ribs, sausage, and chicken. Plus, there's always grab-and-go dishes if you're not cooking.
Randall's is also taking ham and turkey orders for the holidays.
Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats, 1 block off 165 at 2607 Fur End, Monroe.
And welcome back to the Benchy Lewis Coaches Show, broadcasting live, Catahoula's Restaurant. Coach, it's been a good night.
Yeah.
I ate good. I know y'all probably haven't eaten yet. I got here early and I took care
That's
of that.
right.
But
Yeah.
we are definitely eating well. And just want to talk a little bit about, we talked about Cap Shreve and everything. Tell us specifically about Wassman. You pick offense or defense, but let's break it down.
Let's go defense, man. Let's look at them first. They've Wassman as a whole, they lost a lot of guys from last year's team. I think, like I said, that team won at least 9 games if they didn't win 10 games last year. But they've got big number 0 back. That's Fred Clark. Fred Clark is a 12th grader. He outside linebacker. You know, in conventional sense, you'd call him a hybrid or an edge guy.
214 pounds.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He is 6'3", 214. He is committed to ULM. And I'm kids had a lot of success, man. I'm glad that ULM is recruiting local guys.
Yes.
I hope they, if anybody's listening, I hope they come see number 99.
And Coach Fives there.
Yeah, and look at him too.
Yeah.
AJ Washington. But no, Fred Clark does a great job. He's kind of their guy. They're looking to make plays on defense. Also, Keyshawn Hines, senior linebacker. I think he is committed to Grambling, and those 2 guys make a ton of plays for them. They're very multiple up front. Coach K does a great job moving that front around and getting those guys, getting free hitters, manufacturing free hitters by just moving. I think you'll see that line. You won't see the front structure look the same 2 or 3 times in a row.
McNeese Cowboy.
That's right.
That's right. Teammate. He come from Coach Collins' tree, basically.
That's absolutely right.
He definitely was running multiple.
Yeah, and in the back end, I don't want to forget about the 4-year starter, and I got him on here as Richard Wilson. I coached his dad, which is Richard Wilson. This is Richard Wilson Jr. They call him RJ. RJ Wilson is a 4-year starter for them at cornerback. Has got a slew of interceptions, big plays. They put him in on offense too when they need a punch. RJ Wilson is 5'9", 160. And he's another in a long line of really, really athletic Wilson family from Connie Ray, who played at Washita.
Yeah.
Who was out of that line. His uncle, who is the OC, Lavelle Wilson Jr., of course, Lavelle Sr., Richard, his dad, and now RJ is doing great things in the back end.
Thoroughbreds, family.
Absolutely, man. That family is full of athletes. Also, a couple of other guys to note. Prestavian Washington. Man, we call him P. We had P when P was a freshman at Washita High School. Loved the kid. He plays safety. He's 5'11". He's a really long kid. Makes plays. Number 6, P. Washington. You'll see him at a high safety. And then Devin Brown is also another young man that's a senior. Devin bounced around. We had Devin in short time in his sophomore year, and he moved on. And Devin's over there at the linebacker position, strong safety position, making plays over there. So they have some experience back on the defensive side of the ball. As you look down the list, there are 9 senior starters, 8 senior starters. That's a lot of experience on the defensive side of the ball, coming back from a squad that won 9 games. So that, I think right now, while the offense is finding this identity with some new guys, that's where they're hanging their hat, is playing solid defense. The other night they held a Bastrop team who is really revamped, and as I think Coach Washington would say the same, as an air attack kind of team right now. Yeah. They held them to 16 points. So that's still doing well in a big battle there.
High school, period.
Amen.
You held them to 16 points. You're supposed to win that game.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
So you named a couple people that got a little Washita roots, and then we got a Neville.
That's right.
Not Neville, but Wassman.
Wassman alum, huh?
Yeah. Much battle going on.
Well, that's what happens in Monroe, Louisiana.
Everybody.
I mean, the schools are so close together that you can literally move 2 or 3 streets, especially over there, and you're in a different school zone. So look, I wish them all the best success, except this week. You know,
right.
I really do. Hope everybody gets a scholarship and goes where they want to go, or enjoys after this week.
Yes.
That's right.
No
We don't want to make a highlight.
No highlights
game.
again.
No. Let's talk about the O.
Yeah, on offense, another. I hate to do this, and I'm not doing it on purpose. This is just who their playmaker is. Former Ouachita Lion basketball player, Zion Weeks, number 5, is their ex-receiver. He's 6 foot, 160. They're he was on that squad last year, and they're utilizing him a lot as a receiver. Right now, with a younger offensive line, they need to get the ball out quick, and he's a guy that they've looked to do that. He gives them that punch.
6 foot, 160.
6 foot, 160.
Good looking guy.
Good two-sport athlete, man.
How would you describe their offense, Coach?
Right now, I think they want to keep being 11 personnel and be able to be even there.
So that's one back, one tight end.
Yes, that's right. One back, one tight end. But right now, I think they're having some issues up front with a young offensive line, and they're having to work those out. So right now, to me, their best package is 10 personnel, getting the 4 wideouts in. Not that they don't have a good running back. I think he's just, they've got to gel together in there. And they may still come out in 11 personnel, and we're prepared for that, but I think right now, just watching the Bastrop game, they had a lot of success out of 10. Their success came out of 10 personnel, I'll say that.
So you telling us, is that like a result of 10 personnel being 4 wide is their best protection for their offensive line to be able to run quick game?
Yeah, I think, that's what I'm seeing is that quick game is what's being presented to them right now. They run a largely zone blocking scheme, and those guys are just having a hard time of what to pass off, what to lock onto, and things like that. And that takes time. It takes time when you have only seen it at a JV level, or with some of these guys, just the freshman level. There's some 10th grade starters there.
The difference between a 10th grader and a senior.
Amen. That's right.
Big difference.
You can create some basketball players.
That's right.
Coach, let me ask you. I see a lot of people been talking about Zion Weeks. What's your strategy to stop?
Well, Zion, is a guy that loves to run an open field, but you got to put some pressure on him. You got to be in his face. It's a lot like guarding him in basketball, if I'm honest with you. Get in his face, and make him close him in a box and make him make a play there. And we recognize that he's kind of their guy right now. And now, like I said, they will bring R.J. Wilson in a Wildcat situation and at receiver, and they're looking for him to make plays too. But that's recognizable because he is a playmaker. And when he comes in and you see number 7 come in, he's there for a reason.
Okay, but what we should look for when they're coming out like that, knowing what you've got in the middle here, it looks like they're going to try to do what a lot of other teams, just get around the outside.
Well, yeah, they're going to try to get to the perimeter is what they want to do. They want to live on the perimeters offensively, both in running and pass. They run some tunnel screen stuff. What we've seen is like Des mentioned, quick game stuff. Just pre-snap read or 3-step drop and throw it. Get it out of his hands. And so both of those are ways they're going to get it to the perimeter. Tunnel screen game, things like that. We don't anticipate them trying to attack B gap to B gap. We don't.
Yeah. You telling me they're not going to go pin and pull?
No, they're not. Even double team.
Now, look, their offensive line coach is Coach Tommy Tharp, so there's a pin and pull in there somewhere, I guarantee you, But, no, I think that we would like to say that most weeks we feel like we go in with at least – a small advantage there. I think that, I feel good about our front this week. Hopefully can get some pressure or get some hands up if they're throwing quick game, make those windows disappear with getting your hand up. We've talked about that a lot. A sack is great, and everybody celebrates that, but a batted ball is just as good, man. It's just as good.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right, now talk to us about what it's like having a decent-sized crowd with you on the road. You had some at Bayou Jam. You had some at Shreve. What about Friday night at Wasman?
Wasman's going to be an electric atmosphere, man. That's one thing that I was excited about in getting these games. Sterlington obviously will be at us next week, but we go to Wasman.
On a Thursday game.
On a Thursday, yes. But we go to Wasman, and I know what that atmosphere is like, man. Those people back them. They're there. They support. Their alumni come out. They tailgate. They do all of those things. And I think it's wonderful. I think it's great, And we want to be in that environment and play in that environment.
I can't imagine, Coach. I have a memory from being a kid going to see Wiseman play Carroll every year for the Jamboree.
Baby Bayou Classic.
And every year I look forward to that game to start the season off. So to be able to play in that as a Lion, even that just call the game, I'm excited about it. So I can only imagine.
It's fun. It's exciting. You know, I mentioned to some fans over here on the side, they were talking about that they love the area rivalries that we've got on the schedule.
Yes.
And I mentioned that they're taking nothing away from Brother Martin or Rummel. They're great teams, and they really challenge you coaching wise because they are so good schematically and things like that. But if I'm honest, our kids didn't know them. There was nothing relative there. There was no inner
emotion,
and they didn't travel as well as I would have thought they would have traveled, So we know that these teams that we play, there's going to be fans there in the seats, both ours and theirs. People are interested in these games, and I'm interested to see how this game is going to play out.
Well, I got a question for Chris also. You're new to the sideline. What's it like being on the road, having that home crowd behind you there? I mean, come on now. What's that thinking?
Being in the thick of it.
I was just telling Coach Benji, just sitting there, I said it's an atmosphere like no other.
Yes.
To see the players, the energy that they have, to see the frustration in the coaches sometimes, the bad calls that the referee called from the things that the people in the stands say. But it's a different atmosphere.
It is, but it's a fun one.
It is. It's very fun and it's different.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got a couple of highlights. Let's see if we can pull this off here. First one coming up is, Coach, you take over here, and you be the play-by-play guy.
Tell us what you see.
All right.
I see us.
Yeah.
We'll
get it up for you.
Yeah, why we got it going.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, why we got it going. Talk to us about preparation for travel. How do things change when you have an away game as far as prep goes?
Well, this is obviously as close to a home game as you get at somebody else's stadium. But like last week, we and our principal's been great on this. Mr. Wright's been great. I go work backwards. What time do I want to be on the field for the national anthem? And I work back from there. And wherever that leaves me, that's when we need to be out of class and down there to get our devotional, to get our pregame meal. And that can be challenging on trips that are, hour and a half, Shreveport, 2 hours we gave it with traffic.
Yeah.
That can be challenging.
Can I give you a nugget? Chat GPT. If you plug in where you want to be and what time and where you're coming from, it will tell you.
Mr. AI over here has gone all the way
traffic,
with it.
When to leave. You can even say, I got 15 minutes for pregame.
The leaving's the easy part.
Okay, I can see the highlight up on the big screen. So
we ready?
But not here.
We ready? You can put it up there. I can look at it.
Man, it's a delay, though, is what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
He's going to put it up there, and you talk about it.
Yeah.
Motion from right to left is Wydell Clark.
Check out Crenshaw's position in the back.
The big run. Here we go. As soon as we see it,
he's having to go up for
we'll
that
call
snap
it.
every time. But with that lead block, got some running room.
And
he's still
what
on
do I
his
do
feet.
about that?
All the way. Motion from right to
you know
left
what? While we wait on that as well, how about
here it is right here. All right, so we're just in regular. We call that Jordan personnel there. And that's just a power. That's just 56 power right there. Great run and way to run to contact by the back. That's Cam Williams right there, junior for us, number 23. Doing a great job right there. Crenshaw gets that kick out block. I wish he'd have stayed on it a little more.
Fumble.
Right here, that's
Connor
just split zone. That's divided zone. And again, Cam, what he doesn't have in speed, and he's not the fastest running back, he's going to make up with just grit and determination.
Touchdown, Washington.
Right here, that's just pure, we call it haul. Montreal loses the snap, but look, I mean, just wherewithal to pick it up, get your eyes up, and get some yardage. And then right here, that's the scramble drill, Seneca battle, working off of his route coming down. And getting the score right there.
There's a fake punt.
Yeah.
Big boy Berriman.
We had that in. I've got DK McMurray's mom sitting over to the right of me and talking to her about DK. Well, right now, Trey ain't ready for it, so we got to put the guts in, and that was Big Dylan with the guts play right now.
Speaking of Trey, the punter, my little brother, faked me out. I see him doing
it. He went
and
up.
like I told him, you got a job to do on that too. Fake them out,
Well, you faked us all out, and that was a beautiful play. And I mean, if I'm a defender, I'm going to want help taking him down. I don't want to just take on that all 300 plus pounds.
My thing, what about the hurdle?
Yeah,
what about the little hurdle?
Twinkle toes, man.
Hey, he couldn't jump over a toothpick.
He jumped. We had a saying, you jump high as a French fry.
High as a fry.
That's right.
Yeah, he kind of scared me a little bit. He had that.
I know. Hey.
Yes, he did.
But
that was not planned on being a 29-yard run. That was something to get 5 yards.
Well, we'll
go
take
down.
29.
Yeah,
we'll
that's
take
right.
it every time.
That's right.
All right, Coach.
I'll tell you one thing. That was a good game.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
It was a good game. Those boys were playing.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us what you want to see Friday night. You've got the fans that are tuning in. You've got others that will rewatch this episode, and we'll talk about how to do that in just a minute.
Yeah.
What do you want to see Friday night at Washburn?
I want to see first quarter. I don't know if y'all were probably setting up, but I'm just watching us warm up, and I didn't see that fire. And I'm not saying come out with your hair on fire, but I didn't see that determination in the first quarter. I saw it at halftime.
Yeah.
But I want to see it for 4 quarters. I want to come out, and I want to be playing with passion for 4 quarters. And with passion, you can play mistake-free football or close to mistake-free football. Play within ourselves, but understand, that we've got to limit mistakes. If we just do our job, we'll be fine. Play hard and do your job, and we'll be fine.
Okay, and you can listen to us and watch us this year. Yes, we had some problems last week, but if you're a radio person, you can still listen on Rock 106, still playing it as always. If you like the video, you can go to Facebook Live, the Ouachita Lions football Facebook page. We're going to set a timer up and let you guys, let you know when we're going live, and when we go live, just click it. And then also on the YouTube, it's the Ouachita Lions Sports Network. You've got to go to YouTube, and you've got to type that in to find it.
Yep.
And then you'll start to see some older, some old coach's show or the Captain Shreve game on there. But any of those ways, and they're all free, y'all. They're all free. Just come on out, watch, support, and come to the games when you can.
It's going to be a wrinkle this week. We're actually going to set up a link that you'll be able to click. When we get off of the show, it's going to be posted. We're going to post it on Facebook. We're going to all post it. And it's going to take you to where the YouTube video will be streaming.
Yeah.
So, and it's going to have a countdown. So what you do is you click that link and then click Notify Me. And what that link is going to do, it'll notify you the moment that we go live, guys.
Yep, that's right.
Looking forward to it.
Using
all right.
that technology.
Coach, final words?
Look, hey, we're excited about this. This is week 2 on the live stream, and we're seeing the support of the fans because this is unlike, just radio, which is great. And there's some people that are going to just listen to radio. Right. We see the fans. We see the people that are tuning in and the views and things like that, and we love it. We know we're going to grow this as this team's going to grow, and we're going to start doing that Friday night.
All right. Well, that will wrap it up for this edition of the Benji Lewis Show. He is Chris Lewis, and he'll be on the sideline Friday night. That is Des Layton, and he'll be next to me up in the booth on the visitor sideline. I'm Mike Downhour, Coach Benji Lewis. We'll see you guys 6:30 pregame coaches show. We'll see you guys Friday night. Kickoff is at 7. Thanks for staying tuned in to the Benji Lewis pregame coaches show.
If you were just in a car crash, the insurance company could already be calling you. Don't talk to them, talk to us. The call is free, and the difference can mean going into debt or getting the settlement you deserve. Pick up the phone and call us right now. Don't wait. Call Creed & Creed, 387-5800. You can count on Creed & Creed. Call today, 387-5800. Remember, Creed & Creed is all you need.
The last hailstorm, we called Weather Pro. They came out very quickly, inspected the house, did everything we needed to do, took care of all the paperwork, and took care of it quickly. After that was done, and they cleaned up everything and didn't have to worry about anything. There was no hassle, no nothing. It was great. They did a very professional job. I would highly recommend them for any job that you have for roofing needs.
If you or a loved one have been the victim of medical negligence or a drug injury, we can help. Do what thousands of satisfied clients have done. Call Jeff Guerrero, the injury attorney, and go Guerrero.
Hi, I'm Melanie, class of 2018.
Hi, I'm Matthew, class of 2020. And our dad owns Mel's Towing.
We don't want your arm and leg, we just want your tow.
343-9998.
Go Lions!
We warmly invite you to join us in worship at North Monroe. Our hearts are dedicated to serving Jesus and growing together as a community of faith. through the power of worship, the intimacy of small groups tailored for all ages, and our deep commitment to supporting one another as we seek to walk with Christ. Join us on Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m. at our Monroe campus. You can also worship with us at our Bastrop campus at 10:30 a.m. For more info, visit us at northmonroe.com.
Randall Garvin's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats is now open. 2 incredible and delicious institutions now under one roof. Fresh cut steaks, stuffed meats, and wraps.
He's got fresh seafood of every kind, along with boiled shrimp, barbecue ribs, sausage, and chicken. Plus, there's always grab-and-go dishes if you're not cooking.
Randall's is also taking ham and turkey orders for the holidays.
Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats, 1 block off 165 at 2607 for Randall Monroe.
Hey, football fans! Why do you think every generation since 1948 keeps coming back to Tillman Tire? Quality tires at competitive prices, sure, but our service is what keeps them coming back year after year. Tillman customers know we'll do the job right the first time and have you on your way fast. Come see us for tires and brakes Monday through Saturday. Tillman Tire and Wheel, Cypress Street, West Monroe, and Highway 80 Monroe. Tillman Tire, a proud sponsor of high school football.
Man, I am so hungry. Do you want to go over to Coney Island?
Yep, but I won't go.
Man, let's go to Coney Island. I'm hungry. I know you like chili dogs, so let's go over to Coney Island.
Let's go to Coney Island Connection.
But Jack, they're all the same.
No, they not either. When I come out there, I'm full and I'm happy.
Okay, well, guess what? I guess we're going to Coney Island Connection.
Let's go, brother. We're on the way.
All right.
Stop by Coney Island Connection, right here on the corner of North 7th and Arkansas Road.